Baby, I'm at job number 2. Let me just say this. So I want to say a lot, but I gotta be respectful to people. I really feel like this. People work 2 jobs for their own personal reasons. Some people work 2 jobs because they're trying to clean up their credit. Some people are trying to buy a house. Some people like to shop, party, do whatever they want, and they need the extra source of income, which is understanding. I have been on all spectrums of why I have to have 2 jobs. Now I'm older and I know the reason why I'm doing it, and I'm much more disciplined. But don't get me wrong, I fuck up some money too. And that's the curse and a blessing behind having 2 jobs. The blessing is that you have the strength and the willpower to work the 2 jobs to get you where you want to be. The curse is that you work these 2 jobs and you know if you fuck up on some money, you could get this money right back next Friday. You get paid every Friday. Every Friday you get paid. Now, my thing is we living in 2023 to where everything has went up. Inflation is real. Okay, if everything went up, why is still people making $9 to $12 an hour? You can't survive off that. You know, fucking eggs is 10. Well, eggs was $10 to $20 by themselves. So you mean to tell me you gonna spend your hourly wage on a carton of eggs? And if you do, you fucking crazy. So I'm just not understanding. And my thing about it is that I see elderly people, black, white, purple, green, people working. And they damn, they can't even stand up 70, 80 years old. I'm like, oh my God. Now, here's the thing too, let's just be real. It may be because of lack of education. It may be because they didn't plan. And sometimes I even tell myself, I'm like, if I would have went to school and educated myself, I wouldn't have to work as hard as I'm working now. But is that the truth? Because it's some billionaires, millionaires that don't have any college education. And they fucking doing good. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, it's somewhere with education. It's about the individual. And it's about you being able to work to get yourself out of certain situations. But when I look at people and just to see how tired people is, just to see how like I have to work because I have things I have to do, like make it make fucking sense. And like this man said, I have to find me a job that pays me enough. Let me know when you find one. And it is jobs out here, but they want qualification. They want experience. They want an education, a degree behind their money. And I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad. But when is going to come a time to where we able to live without being in survival mode all the time? And once again, it's not a bias thing. It's not a color thing. It's a lot of people of all different sorts of walks of life that's suffering here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? And let's not even talk about when you going East Coast, you know, West Coast, and that cost of living would kill you out there. Compared to, you know, I'm from down south, but now I stay Midwest. The cost of living is not that high here, but at the same time, they're not paying. And that's not even get on here because I stay in Missouri. I stay in St. Louis, Missouri. In order for you to get a job real quick, you have to go way out to the county. Why? Because first of all, ain't nobody driving to the county to work at McDonald's. So they have these young kids that go way out there. It takes an hour, 2 hours to get out there for you to get that type of job. Make it make sense, because the city jobs is never hiring. I'm just trying to figure it out about, you know, you working these 2 jobs, and who want to spend their entire life working like a fucking dog to make ends meet. That shit will wear you out. It's so many people who tired and their body is about to give out because of they working the way they work. And here's another thing too. So I decided to take out my pension. If I were to tell you how many older people told me, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that, you should wait till you vested and all this and that. This is a new day and age. Ain't nobody fucking waiting till they 90 years old or retire to get their pension and then they can't enjoy it. Give me my money, please. Thank you very much. And I understand because my mother is 70 years old. And now to this day, my mother have these old school rules and values when it comes down to working. And I be having to explain to her, like, baby, this ain't when you was in your younger days. This a whole nother different scenery. And then they keep on raising the age of fucking retirement so you can get your Social Security. That shit is whack as fucking crack to me. Like, make certain things make sense. It's just like they make it harder and harder for us to get what we need as employees. And I don't want to be that employee that works like a motherfucking dog, then I catch a heart attack, and in 2.5 business days, not even that, you got somebody replacing me. No, I want to be valued to myself and not just value to your company. So I'm really like thinking like, oh, what's my next move? What I'm gonna do? Which I know my next move. I know what I'm gonna do. But right now, I have to work my 2 jobs in order to get me where I gotta go. But it's tiresome. You know what I'm saying? That's like, let's just talk about this too. Sometimes people work so much and make all this money. You can't even motherfucking spend it because you don't have the time to enjoy it. That's another thing. It's levels to this shit when working 2 jobs. People like, oh, I even had a man that tell me one time, oh, since you work 2 jobs, I ain't got to worry about you begging. I had to hold my tongue right quick. First of all, what makes you think I'm a motherfucking beg? And secondly, I'm not being with no man and working no 2 jobs unless we are trying to pursue buying a house, cleaning up credit, planning a wedding, or something like that. We got to be on the motherfucking same playing field for me to be working 2 jobs and be with a man. That's just it. Like one of my coworkers, she be like, well, I don't mind what she said. She's like, shit, I'm gonna go get me a bag. If I'm with a man or not, that's fine. And that's true. You're supposed to always have you whether you with a man or not. But my thing about it is, why be with a man who would allow you to work like a fucking dog? No, I want to be home when my man home. When my man want to rumble in the jungle, I want to be able to rumble in the jungle and not be tired and say, no, baby, I do it tomorrow. I don't want no man who gonna watch me work my motherfucking fingers off. So I'm not saying you can't go get no bag while you with a man. I'm saying I don't want no man who gonna let me, not let, because that's not the right word, but who gonna watch me work like a fucking Hebrew slave? Sorry. No, baby. And guess what? Here's the thing about it is too, because me, I don't want my man to work that hard. Let's sit down and see what kind of finances we need in this household to see how you ain't working hard, I ain't working hard, we working fucking smart. Because that's what it's about, working smart, not hard. Come on, baby. It's a new scenery, it's a new time. What are we gonna do? That's all I'm saying. Make it make sense, because, baby, guess what? I'm tired of working hard. I want to work smart for my money. I want to be rested with my money. I want to be able to be at freedom with my money. I don't want to be a slave to the motherfucking clock or to the 9 to 5 with these 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? These 2 jobs it's time consuming and it's tiresome. And a lot of people don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? People like, oh, I couldn't do it. I don't know how you do it. You do it because you don't have a church. You do it because you have to do what the fuck you gotta do. And that's what people don't understand, because people who either not in your shoes or people who don't have that momentum about themselves, they won't get it. Because when I tell you, it's not for everybody. But before I go around broke, be begging, I gotta go back to the government, oh, I'm gonna work and give me some money. Yes, I am. I'm gonna work and give me some money. You're supposed to be codependent. But here's the thing. When you work them 2 jobs and you get a little financial freedom, work smart. Don't work dummy mode and spend all your motherfucking money up. No, work. Stack your shit. Stack it. So when you look up, when you're ready to walk away from that job and get you some rest, your pockets ain't hurting, you ain't worrying about it. See, I'm learning over time. Over time, give you wisdom. Because like I say, I have worked 2 jobs off and on for the last 10 years. And I have bullshitted. I needed to pay college tuition. I need to pay private school tuition. I need to catch up on my bills in my house. And guess what? Half of the time, I did that. But I just knew too, hey, I get paid next Friday so I can fuck some money off if I wanted to. It's levels to everything you do. You have to be smart about it. So if you do work 2 jobs, work the 2 jobs, get what you need and get out of it. Don't work yourself to the ground. It's not worth it.